It's the last one. This week, all week. I ain't doing it. This is the last one, right?
For this week, yeah.
We're doing just one next week.
Yeah, one every day.
No, one next. This is the last one we do. We did them one every day, yes.
Folks, we did one podcast every day this week. This is the last one, going up late Thursday night, early Friday morning. If you ain't listened to the others, do you even know what's been happening?
Oh, it's awful. Most of it, yeah.
So there's like 4 other ones you can go listen to after you get done listening to this one.
But then you listen to old stuff. Why does somebody want to hear something that's 2 days old?
You got to keep up with what's going on now, baby. You got to keep your eyes open and your ears to the ground.
Well, yeah.
Stay engaged. Stay mad.
That's why we did how many? A week's worth?
5.
We did 5 of these in a row, and had something to talk about just about every time. How awful things are. I'm gonna go ahead and say this now. If people enjoyed listening to it for a week, let's just go ahead and say that as soon as the impeachment proceedings start, because that's gonna be funny both ways, and we'll do a week's worth during his, impeachment hearings, and then or maybe when the war starts.
Which one?
I don't know which one of those is going to be first. I don't know.
Welcome to the Red State Update Podcast.
Hey, look at that. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes then. It's the old-timey country down-home Red State Update Podcast and them. Coming to you from Dunlap's grandmother's basement in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
See how these socks have piled up since the beginning of the week?
Now, no, because she kept it clean for 2 days. You said the whole week. No, this is over one night because she come down here and was nice enough to clean and make you clean. So all that ain't even, it looks like 2 weeks worth, but it ain't but one damn night.
Must have been a hell of a night, baby.
Over there piled up like leaves, the socks.
Folks, a crispy, cum-encrusted autumn.
Right.
Folks, if you're just listening to us for the first time, sorry about the cum thing. My name's Dunlap.
What?
I'm the star of this show, the chief, the police chief.
You know what? Go ahead.
On the Red State Update Force.
You take it. It's all him. This is all, that's it. Because I don't want any responsibility for this. No.
It's my little buddy, Jackie Baby Brawls.
No, baby, no buddy, man.
Baby, you tell me if I got this right. I just want to update new listeners. You, baby, you used to be the hardest core Republican conservative that there ever was. Ronald Reagan,
sort of good Daddy Bush, and real good George W. Republican. Yes, sir.
But now you fill me in on some of these details if I've got them wrong. You don't like Donald Trump.
Hell no. Why would anybody like that loudmouth Yankee? It don't make a damn bit of sense why anyone would.
Ultimate Yankee, Donald Trump. Now Jackie is trying to figure out life under this new regime. Former conservative, now never Trump. He's sort of like Evan McMullen, but without the charisma.
Oh.
And me, I'm just your everyday, run-of-the-mill, beautiful asshole.
Well, I don't need to hear it, but yeah, you are.
We're going to do some news for you. We're going to talk about all the goings-on around the world.
It's fascinating. These are, to say the least, fascinating times.
Fascinating. What is that old, I think it's a Chinese proverb. It's like an insult. You know, the best proverbs are insults. That's what our president says. And this one says, may you live in interesting times, which I think is also a myth or a Snopes. It probably doesn't mean that, but I guess it means may you live in interesting times is like may Donald Trump be your president, basically.
No.
And I guess that's why Steve Bannon says we're going to war with China.
Yeah.
If that's the kind of stuff they get up to.
Just why? Usually it takes time to build up to wars, usually. Things get, you know what I mean? In some cases. Now,
yeah, back in the old days when everything was black and white and in wool pants.
Right.
Nowadays, the news cycle is sped up. Why are we going to spend like 4 years getting into a land dispute in Asia?
Right.
When we can cut straight to the chase.
Just get to it, yeah.
Let's be honest. The people who want these wars, Steve Bannon and Donald Trump, they're not going to be around forever because their pulmonary systems is half gravy.
Oh, yeah.
Half gravy, half scotch.
That's all we got going for us right there. I can't think of much else, yeah.
Trump doesn't drink, supposedly, so I guess it's 75% gravy.
They don't have to worry. They got them good
chicken skin.
White House doctors. They got them good president doctors. You know how good. That's the best doctors they are.
Listen, when you go to the doctor can fix you if you do what the doctor says. If you go to the doctor and you argue and you tell the doctor to shut up and that this was the worst doctor visit out of all the doctor visits he had.
Yeah. You're not touching me with that thing. Get on, yeah. To hell with you, yeah.
If you don't show up to your appointment, if you call into your appointment and don't actually go there.
Okay, yeah, all right.
And then make fun of, like, their ethnicity.
Well, yeah. That's probably coming depending on, yeah, sure, yeah.
Then I don't think you're going to get the benefits of these super White House doctors.
Yeah. Well, they're good if he decides to take them. They keep him alive, just give him pills. Make sure he takes 2 of these.
They may have to do like a B.A. Baracus on him to get him to stop insulting people. Like to get him to the doctor. They got to give him a shot to get him in the doctor and keep him sedated so he doesn't piss the doctor off so the doctor can give him another shot. It's complicated.
I can't. I feel sorry for them, I'm going to say right now. White House doctor, president doctor, but pretty much feel sorry for a lot of people probably. Some of them talking to the news and stuff. It's just, usually next it takes a while. He has to, we got to lose the trust, everything. But since this started, it's this second damn week, and the people saying this, saying that, I don't know. The thing about when it's Donald Trump, whether it's true or not, it always sounds true. Like every single thing. Like, oh, yeah, good God. The worst thing, there's him and the women and the pee and all that. It's awful things, but not for 1 second. Oh, he couldn't. No, sir, there's no way that he could do something like that. That never crossed your mind, so you don't know what the hell to believe.
Well, that's why people think that a security camera footage of Hillary Clinton in sunglasses and a raincoat shanking somebody in a parking garage elevator. Because it all adds up. After 30 years of people floating this stuff, it starts to stick to you.
Yeah.
With Donald Trump, there's so much bad stuff that comes out every day, he can't sustain the weight of it. He's basically had 30 years of Oppo stories floated about him since he got in the election a year and a half ago. And there was 30 years before that of him just being an asshole in New York.
Well, yeah, awful things he did up there. The things he did to people he shouldn't do. Any of that stuff, too. He's just awful. He's pitiful. He's president now, though, so.
I wouldn't be surprised. Things are moving so fast these days. People are afraid. Oh, he's going to declare martial law. He's going to try to stay in office. He's going to get elected again. He's going to try to stay in office. I wouldn't. And then the other side of that is that he'll never make it through. Oh, he'll quit. I'm going to say he's going to try to change the whole thing, make like a presidency like 1 year.
Yeah.
And then he'll like run again for re-election, and maybe he'll do 2 years. And that'll be a full term to him. And that way he can get Ivanka running like before 2020. Like if you run the presidency this way, if you just come in, sign a bunch of stuff, start a few wars, wreck the economy.
Yeah.
Insult a lot of foreign leaders. He's done more, I would say, in the past week and a half, 2 weeks.
Sure, yeah.
Than Gerald Ford did the whole time he was president. Good and bad.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. We'll see what happens next. I just, I have to have few days off. I mean it. This is every day.
Jackie Baby's getting tired of listening to the news.
I'd have to listen to the news, and I don't like. First off, you said, you used to, your president said this a day, he said that. Now, I could watch Obama and get mad like you. I can't even look at Donald Trump for 2 damn minutes. Obama, I could sit there for a good 5 minutes and listen to him before I turn the TV off or something like that. Trump just immediately, 2 words out, and I said, I'd turn that damn SOB off. Don't want to hear it.
How much of Hillary Clinton would you be able to listen to?
Oh, good God. What kind of choice is that?
Well, I'm just curious how long you'd keep her on TV.
I don't know. Probably longer. I'm going to say it right now. Probably longer. It'd be a tough one, too, but still.
Probably get 2 or 3 minutes out of that.
At least she won't. Even as awful as everything she says, but she's not going to plug a TV show, at least that, and she's probably not going to go on and on about, she'll go on and on about stuff I don't like, but probably not crowds of vote. I mean, they're just a big baby. She's an awful person, but I'll give her this. Acts like a damn woman, an adult.
I'm going to be honest, I don't even remember anything she said the entire campaign. Did she
I
talk?
Don't either. Well, at one time we thought this is good. Just get this over with. She'll become president, and we'll put up with that for so many years. She also don't talk because you're going to make it worse if you do. Boy, was I wrong, good Lord. I was wrong about that. A lot of people are wrong.
A lot of people were wrong.
Yep.
That pretty much sums up 2016. A lot of people were wrong.
Lots and lots and lots of people, yeah. Well, got a good sponsor on the show today, and I know if you've been listening this week, it's one of my good friend Bert Perkins and his establishment. Formerly known as Good as a Chair.
Formerly.
Well, in the back had a place formerly known as same as an ashtray.
Oh yeah, where you could lots of different things you could ash in back there. No ashtrays, just like there were no chairs. There were things that were as good as chairs.
Same as an ashtray.
Same as
now,
an ashtray.
Let me say, Bert Perkins, bless his heart, is a hard-working man, a small business owner trying to doing everything he can to get on his feet, hard struggling in this America today. And bless his heart, he had a great idea, and I still think it's a great idea, as good as a chair. Anything you see in there, you could use it just as good as any chair. Sit on it. Put your foot up on it.
Could you stand on it to reach a light bulb?
Well, some that give and take, but that's just like a chair. There's chairs you stand on, chairs you wouldn't. Now,
plenty of chairs I wouldn't stand on.
Barrel in here, if you got a buddy, hold it still. Yes, that'll hold you up. These barrels, some of them buckets are squashed right in if you try to, put your weight on it. That ain't gonna work.
I wouldn't stand on a box fan, but I might sit down on a box fan.
Well, yeah, especially when you get you sweating behind the knees. You turn that. There's just a lot of options. There's a tire about the right height you can sit on with a big wide, But I thought, great idea. There's stuff that's like some people throw stuff away, and then my friend Bert Perkins, he got that kind of mind, like, you know what, that's going to go to waste. I'm going to take it. And this stuff he fixes up, some stuff, and some stuff he just gets a good deal on. But as good as a chair was a good idea, I can't say the same as an ashtray was a good idea, because unfortunately there was something somebody was using in there. I'm not sure if it was something that he told them to use or something they maybe thought they should use, which is, I'll be honest, it's hard to tell. If you was in there, you see ash on a little bit, everything,
If the place is, if I walk into a place called Same as an Ashtray,
yeah,
and you can smoke in there, and you can ash in things that are same as an ashtray, I'm just going to assume, and this is not an admission of guilt, I'm just going to assume that everything in there is the same as an ashtray.
Well, now, are you be careful what you're saying here now. You be careful, because if somebody used something that was the same as an ashtray, I don't think we'd be in this situation. But it looks like they can't tell. He's asking the fire people to look into that, and because it's things that
they don't have tapes, do they?
Well, I don't
like
know.
Security camera footage.
I don't know if I do or not. But but unfortunately, because that establishment was connected, it was basically in the back of us as the same as a chair. All of it went up.
As good as a chair.
As good as a chair, same as an ashtray.
Same as an ashtray.
As good as a chair, same as an ashtray. Same vicinity.
Sometimes there's different things that could happen, but one thing that's happened to me before is like if you're ashing in a red cup, a red Toby Keith cup, and you think that there's a wet paper towel in there.
Well, now I'll guarantee you, and
dry.
he'll guarantee that too. Now, if it's one that he set out, it would have been just damp enough because that's just saying anything. No, everything is same as an ashtray.
How would he keep it at that level of dampness?
He has his ways. That's what running a business.
That's a lot of work. Just get an ashtray instead of like constantly worrying about keeping the paper towel damp.
It's called same as an ashtray. If you want an ashtray, go to the ashtray store. This is same as an ashtray. Well, it ain't in it.
So the whole thing just burn up.
And it all burn up.
That
space
That's
back
a shame.
There. Well, yeah, of course it's the same. And Bert Perkins, bless his heart, not a man to turn over and give up. The hard-working man that he is, he just, I told him, I said, don't let,
Maybe he should.
What?
Maybe he should just give up.
Maybe you should give up. Maybe you should try something. God, make me so mad. Maybe you should try sometime.
If you have a store, I'll give him this much. I'll go out on a limb with an unusual store. Okay, I can buy that. Everybody laughed when I opened up, same as an ashtray. That sounds like the way some stories would begin.
Well,
and then the second day it was open, it burned down. That seems more likely how that story would end.
Yeah,
so I'll give him,
if somebody's there not using something that is same as an ashtray, then that changes the whole thing to me, in my eyes. If somebody's in there thinking, oh, this is same as an ashtray, and didn't ask somebody, and I didn't see this. I don't know what happened.
I'll tell you this. I went in there because I heard when you talked about it yesterday, I had to go check it out. I thought a place where you can smoke inside and ash wherever you like, that sounds like heaven.
Well.
And in Trump's America, I would not be surprised if by the end of this year, that's 90% of the places in this country. Hospitals, churches.
That's coming, yeah.
Funeral homes. You can smoke wherever you want, ash where you like.
That's coming. Smokers, that makes,
You think Sean Spicer don't ash wherever he wants to? Is that an ashtray? It is now.
Well, that's
fancy. Flick it on you.
That's up fancy White House ashtrays. That's, he's got whatever
So I went into same as an ashtray yesterday, and I will say that one thing that was misleading was he has his office back there too. Had his office back in there too. So he had an inbox and an outbox full of papers and receipts and invoices. So I'm just going to say if somebody accidentally thought the outbox was a damn ashtray.
If there's paper in it and the paper ain't wet. No.
I'm sorry. I don't remember the name of the store being same as an ashtray if there's paper in it and the paper's wet.
But no, that's what makes it same as an ashtray, because it has something wet in it.
Oh, Mr. Dictionary.
Well,
too bad you weren't there to define things before the flames come.
Look, I don't care how stupid it makes you look. You ask a question before you make yourself stupider. Just ask somebody. Turn around asking. Now, I don't know what happened. I ain't claiming to.
Turn around
but
and
if
ask
that's the
somebody
case,
in the same as an ashtray. If this is an ashtray, why am I even in there then?
I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't have gone there in the first place.
Well, apparently so. Apparently.
Well, it ain't there to go anymore.
Nope.
But let me say right now.
It went up fast.
That is, in the past, you look at it, man didn't quite accomplish what he set out to do, but the next day he's getting on his feet again. That's what my friend Bert Perkins is doing, a good American small businessman. He took his truck, well, because he took it out to the dump, and he fought off some of the most vicious raccoons. They got little hands and fingers. They'll get a hold of you. They just like just a little man, tiny man grabbing into your leg or what. I mean, he fought off about 8, I'd say 8 to 10, somewhere in that amount.
Hold on a second.
And got those chairs.
These are the chairs that he threw away.
Well, that was yesterday.
He got delivered a shipment of chairs, which he couldn't sell because his store is as good as a chair.
Right, well,
so
that's what the name of the place was then.
And sold the boxes. And now the place is burned down. So he went to get the chairs from the dump with the raccoon-infested dump.
Yeah, got all over it. Yeah, but he went out there and got them back, and he got a big truck cab, the size of his truck, and Bert fought those animals, and he told me almost lost an eye. He said it got bad. One of those little hands got up. That's about the same. Your eyeball is like just a ball to them that hold in the hand. They just grab that.
That is, your eyeball is perfect raccoon hand size.
Right? He just toss it to the one. They work together.
I've seen him do it. I don't know where that eyeball come from, but I've seen him playing eyeball ball out in the street with some kind of animal eyeball.
A deer eye or something. Yeah, they get this all.
Scavengers.
Yeah, absolutely. Awful things. But he fought them off. He didn't lose an eye, thank God. And he scratched up. Oh, he got a black eye. I'll say that. It's black green up.
What, they punch him in the eye with their little hands?
You think one little tiny hand hitting you ain't nothing, but you get about 10, 15 of those little arms just swinging at you. Yeah.
People think them little hands make them look like little people, but have you ever seen them sit in a chair like they were sitting in these chairs he threw away?
I didn't know they were accustomed to doing that till this particular time. I'd never seen that before. That was
so. What was he gonna do? Set these chairs on fire too?
No, we ain't gonna set them on fire.
Because they're filthy and covered in raccoon mites.
He cleaned over half of them up. If you want to buy one cheaper than that, you can get that one, and that's where you can get these chairs. These are fine chairs. Like I said, he cleaned. There's more than half of them cleaned up.
Where's
a few he hadn't got to. Well, it's all there on. He just ain't cleaned them yet. He'll make you a deal on that. If you want to clean it yourself, you don't have to spend as much money. But the nice, clean, polished, nice chairs are going, and I'll let you haggle with them for the price, and you'll see them riding around Murfreesboro. So if you see them, you'll see the sign on the side of the truck, chair truck. It's a no business. From my good friend Bert Perkins, he'll be driving. You'll see him just like an ice cream truck. Just wave him down and get you a chair.
Can you sit on a chair and try it out?
Well, I mean, I'm sure he'll let you inspect the merchandise. Yeah.
Will he let you get in one of them chairs and ride you around like king of the road?
Why?
Well, he ride you around as you sit in one of them chairs on the top of the chair pyramid in the back of his truck. And you can pretend that you're the king of the highway.
What are you talking about? I don't know the first. No, I don't. You go talk to him about it.
I will.
You'll see it. You'll see him riding around. You'll see a chair truck, and he'll drive by and just.
I seen that go by, and I thought it was a raccoon truck because it was covered in raccoons sitting in them chairs again.
You saw him on it in the truck?
Yeah, on the way over here to my house. They're already getting on back on the raccoons love. We covered this, Jackie. Raccoons love these chairs. They love to sit.
Well, I know. I know what I know all
they
this.
They love
now.
to be up high, and they're on that chair pyramid in the chair truck. I didn't know that was Bert Perkins. I was like, oh look, how fun.
Well, Bert, I hadn't heard from him.
I hope he's okay.
Since yesterday. Well, I do too. When you say something like that, those things they're snaky.
First of all, I wouldn't want to sit on nothing that a raccoon's bare ass has been on.
He cleaned up more than half. That wiped all that off of it.
And where do I ash?
What?
Where do I ash?
I don't know. That business is gone. Don't worry about where you ash. If you want to sit down in a chair, there's chair truck. So Bert Perkins' chair truck, yeah, if you see him, yeah, just wave him down. Let him know, act like you're sitting there so he'll know he'll pull in.
You wave him down and act like you...
Well, if he know for sure that you get...
Like you just do a squat?
Well, yeah, it's like, he'll pull up.
Like when you do the air horn thing for a truck driving by.
It's the same, this signal for chair. It's a international, signal for, everybody knows what that means when you see somebody.
He drives by, you wave at him, you do a squat, he pulls over.
Yes.
Gets rid of the raccoons.
Well, now see, I never heard anything about the raccoons, so you just brought it up right then, so I don't think that's the case. And I'll be honest, I'm concerned about people waving the truck down now if what you're saying true, because they'll jump out and hurt somebody.
If they think you want their chair.
Well, listen, I'm going to straighten this out. After we get done now, I'm going to call Burt Perkins, make sure up till then, just if you see a chair truck go by, maybe keep your distance, because until we get to the bottom of this.
What do you call that game where you take the chair away, like kids play it, you take one chair away, and then
hot seat, something like that?
Hot seat, or what we used to call it, raccoon seat.
What?
We used to call it raccoon seat, but there's another name for it, too.
Raccoon seat?
Yeah. This is kind of like raccoon seat, but in real life.
Like a raccoon's getting it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
Jackie, baby, I got a sponsor this week, today, that I think you really... Folks.
What?
It happened.
I did.
This week, you'll remember it. You'll remember the week of new spaghetti.
What?
They said all will be revealed.
Well, good. Tell me. I want to know, because this is ridiculous.
Heather Purtle and her sister K-Jack created new spaghetti. They redefined spaghetti, rethought it. What was it? Nobody even knew.
No. What is it? If it's revealing, tell me.
Was it a food? Was it a hat? Was it a roll of toilet paper?
If it's called spaghetti, it should be food. You eat spaghetti.
Let me ask you this, Jackie. When they sent me a message via Messenger, and the messenger was dressed up like a meatball, I said, okay, this is art.
Messenger?
He said, and it was written in sauce, and it gave me the location and said all will be revealed. So I went, and on my way over there, I thought to myself, you know what? I'll bet you new spaghetti is going to be more of an idea than a food.
What is it?
Then I started thinking, you know what? What if it's a person? What if they brought food to life?
If you know, just tell me what you've been talking about it all week. You said it's revealed. What the hell is it? Is it just spaghetti?
What if it's more of an experience?
You don't know what it is. You just saying that.
I went in. They ushered us in. They took our cell phones. It was under lock and key. I should have dressed up more. There were critics from the paper, art critics, theater critics, food critics, sports columnists.
All right. What did you doing? What did they do? What is it?
We all sit around, and then that's when they come out from the kitchen with steaming hot plates of new spaghetti.
What plate? What is it on the plate?
Have you ever had regular spaghetti?
Yes, everyone has had regular spaghetti.
It's a lot like that. It's
Oh, so yeah.
got more of a kick to it.
So you do eat it. Okay, so it's spaghetti. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty much spaghetti. It's more.
You talking about the flavor on it, then?
Kicked it up a notch, I guess.
What did it like? Kick on it? Was it spicy?
Yeah, it was like spicier.
Well, I like that. Okay, yeah. I mean, if it's just got a little more, like you said, if it's just it's like spaghetti sauce. You just.
Oh yeah, I guess it was the sauce was a little spicier.
Right.
Like it had like a little more. I don't know, like
it's good
like
though.
To it. Oh yeah, it was good.
Oh well, yeah,
spaghetti.
that's what it sounds like. Yep. I'll try it if it's. Now I know what it is. I was confused. I didn't know what it was.
And they brought out the old spaghetti.
What they still got that?
Yeah, it had meatballs.
Oh, it's spaghetti too. They're just a different. Okay, old spaghetti is like a different way to make it.
No, it's the same as new spaghetti, but it had meatballs.
Oh, okay. So it's got.
So if you wanted meatballs, you'd get old spaghetti.
Well, no spaghetti? Is it like what? Is that a meat sauce or any kind? It's just what do you?
No, it was just like a plain sauce with maybe some bell peppers in it.
All right. Well, that's good. Yeah.
And then old spaghetti had the meatballs.
Just add meat. It's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just put meatballs. That's just a way of saying add meatballs to it. Okay.
Ultra was like.
Was that one good? What is
saucier?
Saucy. What do you mean saucier?
Just like a saucier sauce.
All of it sauce. What does that mean?
Yeah,
saucier?
maybe like more sauce.
What do you mean more sauce? Had just a bigger plate or what? I don't.
No, like just same plate, but maybe like an extra spoonful of sauce.
Was it extra runny? What do you mean? Just
it was probably a little thinner.
Oh, so yeah. Okay, so that's why there's more now. Okay, yeah.
It was a little thinner, and I feel like there was a little more to it as well. Like maybe a little extra sauce, and also it was a little runnier.
Well, that don't sound bad at all.
No, it was good because the first sauce was good, but this was like maybe if you know you got some ragu, but you added some ingredients yourself.
I used to do that.
Yeah.
When I was younger and had more time to cook, I'm gonna put a little garlic salt in this, a little pepper, just a little extra to it. Now
that's what it was kind of.
I ain't got time. You get up my age, you just pour it, warm it up. Yeah.
Or like if you're running out, you ain't got enough sauce, and you run a little water in there and thin it out a little bit, stretch it out a little.
Everybody's had to do that sometime or not. Yeah.
And then crystal spaghetti. They also had the crystal spaghetti.
Now, what the hell is that? I still don't.
It's just regular spaghetti, except the sauce is a thicker, oozing, glistening, clear sauce.
Clear.
It tastes just like spaghetti sauce, but it was clear. It was clear, like some sort of like a epoxy.
Wow. But it tastes the same like spaghetti.
Yeah,
or
it's a little sweeter.
But it's thick. It's not like
thicker,
it's not running
it's
like a last
thicker,
one.
And it's a little sweeter. I'll be honest. It would be if I wanted to say, "Hey, look here, look at this sauce." Like, what is that? That clear sauce? Like, yeah, like that. I would. That's the sauce I would get the crystal spaghetti. But the others, probably the best one was new spaghetti.
New spaghetti.
The meatballs were good. They were kind
and that's how it all started too. Everything was a branch off from that, right? So that was the first.
That's where it all started.
It was new spaghetti, if I remember correctly, then ultra spaghetti. Now, see, at the time I was mad as hell because I didn't know what it was. I did what the hell, you know.
Yeah. I mean, really, it's all there in the name.
I like to try. Like I said, Paul Newman spaghetti is good, and the name counts on that. And his picture that makes me reach for that kind. And plus, children get help. And then Chef Boyardee always says, that's for me, that face. And I, if like I said, if they just put that name, K-Jack on it, K-Jack spaghetti, whatever, I should just do that. But I see now that there's different kinds. Yeah. That makes sense. But I'm always up trying those spaghetti. So, yeah, I look forward to getting to buy that.
And it turns out that the whole thing, you think, oh, new spaghetti, well, that's what it's about. But really, they were paid, Heather and K-Jack were paid by Flaky Crust.
What?
You know the Flaky Crust Baking Company?
I've heard of them, yeah. But
they're coming out with, I guess, a new kind of garlic bread or something.
Oh, to go with the new spaghetti?
I guess. They just said it was fancy garlic bread.
Huh. I always like a piece of that when I'm eating spaghetti.
They said this isn't like any garlic bread you ever had before.
And I'll try anything, yeah. If it's something I like, I like that stuff. If you was going to start off and get one of either ultra, old, new or crystal, which one would you say to start with and work your way down or across or however you want to look at it?
They're the same.
Huh?
I mean,
well, if you like meatballs, I guess you get old.
you go the meat. The crystal spaghetti is more of a novelty. I don't think I'd order that again. But the new spaghetti, probably.
Well, I look forward to trying it. New spaghetti. All right, okay. It seemed like a waste of time earlier. It just said it was spaghetti. I'd been just as interested. I like spaghetti sauce.
Yeah. So that's new spaghetti.
Yeah, and I'm gonna try it.
Jackie,
yeah.
We've been doing this for a week, and did you think that we would wind up talking about Donald Trump at a prayer breakfast, criticizing Arnold Schwarzenegger's ratings on Celebrity Apprentice?
Let me tell you right now, and everybody's kidding. It's like everything he does. Like, I can't believe he did that. I can't believe he did that. And they're still at this point. Now, this is a prayer breakfast, and I understand it's not, but basically what he did at a prayer breakfast was give a commercial for something of his, which he has been doing from the get-go. That's inappropriate. He talked about his whole time. That's all that he does. He got members of these press, the ones he's calling fake news, he got them to actually be fake news on a few cases to come and basically come and film him making a damn commercial. So why would you think he wouldn't do it at a prayer breakfast? Why is this? That don't make any sense.
These prayer breakfasts, somebody always gets into trouble at the prayer breakfast, right?
Every time, and they all deserve it too, yeah.
I don't know why they still have them or why people go. Was the food good, do you think?
I don't know. It's something. If the president's there, used to be there was a time if the president was doing something, people wanted to be there because it's like historic and that's president. Even if you disagreed with him, it's like ask history. I'll be the president. No, why anybody would want to be within 10 feet of this man? I can't.
He also said that he was going to. What did he say? He was going to demolish. He was going to ruin. What did he say? The basically churches can give money to people. Him
Johnson, did that,
churches can.
He's a senator, back before he was vice
political
president.
In the damn pulpit.
Yep.
He says he's gonna get rid of that.
Well, mainly it's because he wants to give all the tax free. So what he's saying is I want that money too. Which, because a lot of churches, I guarantee you, if they could, would just funnel that money right into Donald Trump's pockets. For what reason, I do not know. But the Christians, a lot of Christians I know just love Trump, just love him to death. God's back in the White House, putting up pictures of Jesus with luggage, going like God's headed to the... First off, Jesus don't have luggage. He don't need luggage. And that only implies to me that Jesus is carrying Donald Trump's clothes, and that makes me sick to my stomach and won't puke. So go on to church and praise Trump. Go on and do it.
Well, we have freedom of religion in this country, Jackie, and if people want to worship Donald Trump, that's their prerogative.
But now they can give him all the money. They're going to give him money anyway, but now church don't have to hide it or whatever. Just keep that. That's when government and church become together, working together, which always has in some ways or another, and just doing whatever it wants to you. Now just out there and open. That's what we're going to do.
How many times do you think at the prayer breakfast they've been asked to pray for Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Who was president during those rough times for him with him and the Kennedy woman?
Was that Obama?
Yeah, I don't know if Obama doesn't seem like time. It don't seem like he. Not that he shouldn't. If for somebody going through a tough time, you always pray for him.
I just don't think Arnold Schwarzenegger's been prayed for a lot. I mean, them Kennedys are Catholic, right?
Well,
so
yeah,
they probably, some of them probably did. But
sure.
For the most part, I'd say here in America, Arnold Schwarzenegger's down the list of people that you think to pray for. Because a lot of times when you pray for people, you're thinking of the sick, the weak,
right,
the spindly-legged. animals
Sure.
that are hurt,
Sure.
or hungry.
Of course.
People. Sometimes some Christians pray for the downtrodden and the destitute, and others pray to keep them out of America. But I don't think many people have ever prayed for Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, I don't.
I remember I went to see Eraser, and I may have prayed for it to end quicker.
But it wasn't a prayer. It's just basically just a commercial. That's just, and he says something back, and then on what is it? What night to come on? Like Monday nights at 9. And why do he just needs to finish? Just say that.
So the first time he talked about it, I thought that was his ego, and he was upset about the ratings. Now I realize he's a commercial.
He's got money in that show. It's a commercial for his damn show.
The President's show.
Yes, the President's the President's reality TV show starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, who, by the way, has more political experience than Donald Trump ever does. I never thought I'd say that in the world, too, but this is what we live in. Look, I'm all for prayer. I think schools ain't going to hurt nobody. Take a moment of silence and pray to who you want to. I think prayer is important for this world, and I'm a good Christian man. But when presidents go do that, I don't know if I believe, even some presidents I like, and I'm not going to name names, went to, do a little going through the motions for that sort of stuff. But that's his job to do it.
That's church anywhere you go, church.
That's
people
exactly
going through the
right.
motions.
That's right. But see, some people like Trump because he didn't do that. So they like him, and he went there and just made a, mockery. He pretty much makes a mockery of everything where he goes. Just turns it into like a fat comedian falls down, whatever. But it's not funny because people are going to end up dead.
Uber guy, he left.
Now, what's that? Uber's.
He left the president's tech.
What is
tech
it?
pals.
What you told me what Uber's is.
Well, you get on your phone, Jackie, baby, and you say, hey, come on.
I don't have one
Give
of those.
me a car. I don't need a ride. Somebody shows up in their car and gives you a ride.
It used to be for drunk drivers used to have that.
Yep, that's primarily what it's for now.
Yep. Well, good, yeah. Well, they made it Trump. Well, I don't understand.
Well, he was on Trump's advisory tech pals, and then people kept protesting him and deleting his app. Let me tell you, the worst thing you can do to somebody today is delete their app. And this son of a bitch was like, well, I see you later, Trumpy. I got to get some of these apps back on some phones.
I don't know what it is.
Now, the guy that runs Tesla, he's going to stay on tech pals because he says it's for the greater good.
What?
Also, maybe some subsidy money.
And his apps is?
And then let's see what else happened. Let's just do some quick ones here. Trump may be telling Israel to maybe quit building so many damn. What do they do in Israel? They go out into some disputed lands, right?
Right.
It's like going out in the sticks, right? They go out and they're like, well, do they build houses or are they just putting anything up? Is it like a real house? When you hear about these settlements, are these like real houses people can live in, or are they just like facades?
But plant a flag or something. I don't know how all that works.
I mean, can they really just go dump a bunch of trash in there and put a flag up and say, y'all get out of here. Shoo! Anyway, Israel thought, well, we can put as many flag castle trash bunkers as we want up here. And then Trump said, maybe knock it off.
Everybody, I'm going to tell you right now, except for Putin, everybody who thinks they're friends with him, he don't have friends.
No. Putin, he is Putin's bully friend. Putin is the bully, and he's a henchman, and he beats he's not the powerful bully. He's scared of Putin, but he bullies everybody else because he thinks Putin's got his back.
Well, that's why I keep saying that's what the little weasel guy said. I'll get so-and-so on you. He's my friend. He's good. He's got,
But Australia can suck my dick.
Right. Don't say it that way. I don't want to hear it that way. But, yeah, he's saying, calling these places up.
Trump got into office, and he was like, do I have a gun? What if I want to buy another gun? Maybe we should roll back that mental health regulation that keeps people from getting guns. So that's gone now. I think the House passed that. There may have been some restrictions on people, and now you can just
have if you had mental health issues.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's straight from Trump.
Yeah, right.
Because if Trump came into your gun store and started talking about the size of the crowds at his inauguration, and then asked you to pray for Arnold Schwarzenegger,
I wouldn't sell him a gun. I'd have more issues with that. Yeah.
I'd be like, you still talking about that after 2 weeks? While I'm pressing the emergency button under the counter that calls the police. Steve Bannon said, "Oh yeah, we're gonna have a war with China." That was a while back. That was before he was running the country.
Did anybody talk about it back then?
Who gave a fuck?
Yeah. Don't watch it, man.
I didn't think that son of a bitch was gonna be anywhere near the war with China button.
You don't have to say it that way.
Do I not, or do I? Fascism Forever Club that Neil Gorsuch started back in high school. That's just a funny joke.
That's a joke that
you know how
do.
people joke?
Yeah,
Be a Nazi. I'm a Nazi. Not really. Ironically a Nazi. Get punched in the face. He was really on the forefront. He's like the damn... Who's that comedian kept getting arrested?
I don't know. Who is it? The old 60s people?
Yeah.
That was Shecky Green.
Yeah, whenever they'd come in, Shecky Green get arrested.
Had the mouth on him. Yeah, back in, I remember him in the news. Shecky Green had a mouth on him. They'd jerk him out. He's on drugs. Yeah.
Yeah, he's sort of the godfather, I think, of ironic fascism.
Yeah. Well, see, this happened back in college, right? Remember, this a long time ago. People make a big deal now. It wasn't too long ago. Remember Obama, who he's hanging out terrorists. American soil, those kind. Now, I'm not making a racial thing at all. He was hanging out that 60s. That's what I'm saying. 60s terrorist.
Yeah, you can't hold what people do in college against them forever.
No.
Or what they do on college campuses when they're drunk in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And they roll through and set a few fires.
They're burning college right now. That's where they're out in California.
Free speech, Jackie. Speaking of ironic fascists, Milo. You know Milo? Everybody loves him. He's got one name.
It's like, yeah, that's what you do nowadays, yeah.
Yeah, you got one name in the app.
A what?
And he was at Berkeley, and some students didn't want him coming there because they say he's racist. And he says, well, probably I am, but free speech. Free speech, and y'all could stand a little more racism, I think is how he defends himself.
Right. Put up with it, yeah.
And then they set some fires. There was a protest. He goes, I think what he does now, his tour is actually going to schools, hiding somewhere. Is he even really going to these towns? Because if I was him, I'd trumpet and just pretend I was going somewhere, call into Fox News or whatever, because he's not going to wind up going to the place anyway, because they're going to be setting too many fires.
He just keep that money, too, don't he? Make some money speaking engagements like that, so
I'm sure if somebody's setting fires in front of your college auditorium, they're not going to make Milo give his money back. He's already spent that on hair dye.
Yeah. That's pretty good. That's it's deceitful, but that's pretty clever the way to,
So, Trump says, I guess, loves Milo, our president.
Now, see, I didn't know anything about this fella. I still don't show me a picture. I saw a little bit of him talk. I don't know this Milo fella. But I don't know whether Trump did, too, until he saw it on Fox News. Because that's what I heard about it that way. Like he saw them, what Fox and Friends talk about it, and then afterwards he says, right after the show goes off, he says it out loud on the computer, however he does it.
Used to, Fox got their talking points from the Republicans. The RNC would send Fox their talking points. So are we sure
they prove
that Trump is just watching Fox, or are they sending? Actually, probably what they're doing is that they are. How are we going to tell Trump this? We need to tell Trump to threaten Berkeley. Like, I ain't gonna go in there and try to explain this shit to him. He barely he's watching Home Alone 2 again.
Rush this copy to Ducey.
Yeah, so Ducey says it on TV, and that's how you talk to Trump. Like, they're in the next room, but they don't want to go talk to him, so they send it to Ducey. And then Ducey says, Trump could take federal money away from Berkeley if they don't let Milo in there and do his comedy routine.
Well, I guarantee you that he didn't know who this Milo fellow was until somebody says, Fox. Well, Fox told him who it was. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, right there. Yeah.
Steve, who is this Milo person? He's one of my guys from back over in Breitbart. I'm standing with my hands in my pockets like Steve Bannon would.
He's a good kid, I say. Yeah.
He's a good kid. I'll take money away from Berkeley.
And he's British too. They put the other British man on CNN with the goat that looked like he in disguise. He Breitbart from England, and this young fella's he's Breitbart from England too, right?
Milo?
Yeah.
I don't think he's British.
I thought he'd come from over there.
Or maybe originally. Everybody originally is from England.
Right.
I mean,
the
people that matter in Trump's America are.
Well, yeah.
What do you think, Jackie? Is free speech important for Nazis?
To me, it sounds like everybody mouthing off there. It used to be you that's what free speech was, because if you took it from that, then you wouldn't have any at all. But then they say, if you sit in a room and yell fire, then that's going to hurt somebody. So if you burning a cross and you're trying to scare somebody, is that hurting somebody? Hell, used to be you just laugh at this sort of stuff when somebody, a Klan person, be on TV and say this stuff.
Yeah,
and
white people did.
Well, yes, we did. Yes, it used to be. Look at that damn idiot. But yeah, now
they keep showing up.
It's
but
not
then
funny
if you
now.
take free speech away, the thing is, who can you trust to decide who gets free speech? If you start putting laws like, well, this don't count as free speech because these people we need to protect these. Who can you trust to be in charge of assigning free speech rights? Probably me.
Wow, hell.
You better watch it.
It ain't gonna be much better. Hey.
You better watch it, Jackie, baby. I got my eyes on you.
Man, babies.
You are about one smart remark away from having all the federal funding stripped from you.
Well, I ain't got nothing to strip anymore for me. I ain't got nothing to worth suing. Sue me all you want, because my pockets be empty just as coming out as they were going in.
You sure you ain't got some money buried somewhere that you forgot about? Stuck
money
in a wall somewhere?
You keep asking me that over and over again.
Do you?
I'm not. If I did, I wouldn't tell you, and no, I don't. They don't make any sense.
You still got freedom of speech. You can tell me.
Well, what do you mean, Ted? I don't want. I got freedom to shut the hell up too. See, this situation don't make it. Is it okay to start fires if you don't like Nazis? In some cases, maybe. In some cases, not. I don't know. Seems like hippies shouldn't start fires. I'll just go ahead and say that. But I'd also say people probably shouldn't run around in auditoriums and be racist and get paid for it.
It's a complicated world we live in.
I don't understand it. Somebody my age.
Speaking of white supremacists, I guess they're going to change the name of the terrorists. Like I said, just like what, domestic terror? It's going to be Islamic terrorist. They're going to not concentrate. Is it just a name change, or are they just not going to worry about white supremacists like the Oklahoma City bombers? Like, are they
They're going off the terrorist
They're
list.
slipping through the cracks.
They're not focusing on that anymore. So that's probably not a good idea. Just, yeah.
Why would you call them terrorists when you could instead call them, Attorney General? Last night, speaking of mistakes, last night on yesterday's podcast, Thomas Tate, somebody on Facebook said that when I was making fun of Donald Trump for not knowing who Frederick Douglass was, I called Reggie Jackson Reggie Mantle, who is from Archie Comics.
Oh, okay.
That's why I should have been listening to that news. I should have been, listening to damn David Axelrod instead of Two-Headed Nerd. But you got self-care is important in this day and age, Jackie.
Two-headed? What?
Reggie Mantle is Archie's rival. He never had a candy bar named
funny
after
book,
him.
Archie. Is that what? I don't know what you. All right.
But if Frederick Douglass had a candy bar named after him, I'll bet you Trump would have known who he was.
I give him a read, yeah.
Budweiser boycott, Jackie. Did you hear that Budweiser put out a pro-immigrant commercial, which really just looks like, when we say pro-immigrant, it just looks like damn, any movie about people coming to America set like in the 1900s. It looks like Godfather 2.
Yeah. They don't kill anybody in it, but that's what it looks like
It's like
to me.
Avalon.
Yeah. Like walking around. Yeah. What is it? Long.
Avalon.
Avalons?
Remember the horse in it?
No. In
the
the commercial?
commercial.
Oh, in
Yeah.
the commercial, yeah. I never did see Avalon.
What's another movie with immigrants in it where they come to America?
What's that? A little mouse.
An American Tale, yeah.
Mouse does it. Who else comes over? Used to be an
Mouse.
old one. I can't remember the name of it. Old Frank Capra. You did A Wonderful Life where you cry at the end. Christmas Cry, right? Is that the Christmas Cry one? Him did one about his Greek. I remember that. There's Greeks in it, and they come over, but I don't remember the name. Probably had Great America, America Great, something like that.
Chef Boyardee, they ever make a movie about him?
No, but I'd watch it. I'd like it. They made a movie about Julia Child, didn't they?
I'd let Meryl Streep play Chef Boyardee.
She good. I say that.
You like her
But,
now just because she bashed Trump.
Well, I'd like to in the movies where there's certain ones I like them. I don't like the one where she just helping a friend or friend helping her or something.
You're thinking of the Golden Girls?
Whatever it is, it don't interest me. Whatever.
She's not on the Golden Girls.
She helps her and her woman friends help each other out.
That's
of
the
something.
Golden Girls.
Well,
We've had this conversation before, and you say Meryl Streep can play anything,
So I thought
and you think she's the old woman,
Well,
the little one, and that's not Meryl Streep.
I put makeup and stuff on her. In some of those movies, she does all sorts of stuff.
Yes, but she's not in the Golden. That's
Well,
not where she got her
I don't
start.
care for that. When she's in that, I don't like
But
her.
she's not in it.
I like the one where the dog. It's a sad movie, but the dog and the baby movie.
River Wild.
Yep. That's a good one. I'm trying to think of the other one where what does she do? She's on a boat, and it's a good one. A boat on the water through the whole thing. And
Is she an immigrant coming to America?
I don't think so.
Yentl?
Is that it? That may be it. I don't remember.
So this is a pretty inoffensive commercial, but I think if you do anything that's pro-immigrant right now, people take it as anti-Trump.
Well, they don't like. He's got everybody.
He's a German immigrant. You'd think with Nazis in vogue, Trumpies would like German immigrants. Nope. Merkel poisoned that well for him. When's Trump going to call her up and cuss her out? She'll cuss him back. You ever been cussed in German? I have online.
Well, she looks tough to me. I seen her on the news a few times. She seemed like she knows what she's doing. I mean, as far as over there.
Should we start drinking? We boycotted Budweiser when they got sold to foreigners.
Well, to me, when I watched the thing, I didn't think one way about it, him being an immigrant, or anything like that. But it just seemed like he said, like it's a movie of the week or something, and he said, well, good for him. He's struggling to look at making beer, and I like that beer. And then it dawned on me. I remember why ain't I drinking Budweiser? Of course, it was bought out. It used to be an American beer bought out by Belgians. Belgians got it.
Nowadays, Belgium don't seem so bad.
No, that store got me choked up. Just bless his heart. But see, to me, it didn't occur to me that that's an immigrant thing. It just happened to be the story of it. But I guess if you're a Trump supporter and you see somebody throw a rock at an immigrant, you think, well, are they talking about me?
I think that's it. It's not that they want to throw rocks at immigrants.
They're offended.
I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah,
Some of them do want to throw rocks at immigrants. But I think they think that Hollywood just made a thing that says
they take it personally. Yeah, like you saying I throw a rock. And I was like, again, I didn't think one way or another about it to the other. But I guess when you see that, because we're hearing about it all the time, and Trump is actually doing things to, people from other countries.
I don't think he's throwing a rock at anybody yet.
No, and it may be coming for all I know. But yeah, when they see that commercial on there, they say, I wouldn't do that to nobody. How dare Budweiser, But if you're seeing yourself as that, though, something's wrong to begin with.
But they would just say that's how we've been portrayed. So every time I see somebody get mad at an immigrant, I think that's what you think of me. It's what I think they would say. I'm not sure.
We just can't have any mean stories about immigrants, which mean basically can't have history.
History is written by the winners of the Electoral College.
Well, there's a lot more changing coming up, and we wait and see. Well, as soon as she gets the education department, she's close to losing, they say, but I don't know. They say people calling all the numbers, wearing them out over her. The woman, not the rest of them. The one woman, they just keep on calling about it, and I don't know if she's going to get in or not.
Is she the one they're going to take down out of all these people?
Then she shouldn't be, let's be honest, start there. She shouldn't be damn,
Who they going to get if she doesn't make it through? Who they going to get instead?
I'm sure somebody, well qualified.
A Bible? Will they just put a Bible in her place? Secretary of Education, the Bible.
I guarantee you.
Ronald Reagan said everything this country needs to be great again is between the covers of this book.
Yep.
And he was holding up the Bible.
Bible, yeah.
Because back then, it wasn't like you couldn't get on the computer and see the news 24. It wasn't on Twitter, a little clip of it. Like if you were listening to the radio and you heard Ronald Reagan saying, now the president. And Ronald Reagan said, everything to fix this country is between the covers of this book. But, well, shit, I wonder what book he's talking about. You had to wait for either the morning paper of your town or the afternoon paper of your town.
Yeah.
Or sometimes there was a midday newspaper of your town.
I liked it things slow like that. I was waiting for the paper. You'd sit there and wait for the news. And he'd come early in the morning because I'd get up, go to work. Crack of dawn, and I knew he was going to come just around that time. I always did, said hi to him. Went on my way, got my paper. That's how I got my news, yeah.
And you turn it over to High and Lois. First thing, High and Lois.
Well, yeah, I won't find out, yeah.
And second thing, what book was Reagan talking about? And it wasn't the pressure. There wasn't this, crazy, every morning you wake up and your heart's pounding and you got to get up and, am I supposed to be calling a representative? Am I supposed to be down at the damn airport?
It's too much.
What happened? Something happens. Trump may. Everybody's so terrified of Trump. Trump may put out this. There's a leak that Trump's going to put out this restrictive freedom of religion thing that's going to make gays not be able to. And everybody's terrified because it seems like what he would do.
Yeah.
That's what he's been doing for the past 2 weeks. Now they're saying, oh, he's not going to do that. They thought he was going to do it at the prayer breakfast. They thought he was going to stand up there and go, eggs were great. Gays can't get married. Thank you.
Well, thank God we got a commercial. I'll say that then.
Yeah, instead he's up there like, let's pray for Schwarzenegger. What do you think? Should I go with the, I'm going to get up here and I'm going to go with the Schwarzenegger jokes instead of the gays can't get married? Well, whatever you think, Donald. I think that's my Steve Bannon. I'm not really sure. Well, whatever you think. It's a little bit like Laugh In. I think, well, I guess so. Over here.
That's saying. I ain't ever heard it, but it seems like what it sounds like to me in my ears.
Yeah, I guess so. We're not going to take away the gay marriage thing yet, but just get up there and just tell us, just riff for a little bit.
You see him sitting there lurking in the background, head low, just looking, yeah.
Hands in his pocket, constantly
his pocket,
scratching
always,
his balls.
Yeah. Why do you say his balls for?
We are terrified back then, so you didn't have to wake up and be worried like Trump's. They hint at something in the morning. By night, he signed a thing, and there's a committee where a Klan guy is wearing a hood and denying he was ever in the Klan. Back then, it was like, hey, what book was Reagan talking about would fix everything?
Yeah.
Bible. Oh, okay. Walter Cronkite, come on. If you made it like a day and a half, eventually Walter Cronkite would talk about it.
Yeah.
David Brinkley or somebody.
You knew it was something you need to pay attention to then. Like, that's important there. So if they was talking, that's important news.
But they only had 30 minutes to talk about it.
Well, that's all you needed.
If it didn't fit in that 30 minutes, guess what? It wasn't fucking news.
Hey, watch your mouth. Well, it may have been wait till next week, but they decided this was the one thing I need to know. And this, you know, they're looking at what's the most important story.
5 nights a week for 30 minutes.
That's all everybody
That's all
needs.
the news was. And then on Sundays, fucking Sam
watch your
Donaldson
mouth.
would sit on there and talk to David Brinkley and be, well, let's get more in depth than this bullshit. And George Will come on, and that was it. That was the news.
It used to be on
And
Sundays.
they didn't talk about news. They talked about Tip O'Neill's bathroom. It was like wonky shit. Nobody give a shit what they talked about on Sundays.
I always flipped it over back in those days because nowadays, you know, you have to watch that whether you like it or not because somebody's going to show it to you somewhere. But back then, you'd flip it over on Sunday mornings. Your Three Stooges, Little Rascals. The old ones, remember? Not the ones in color, the old ones. Black and white.
Nowadays, Twitter, I can't even keep up. There's 100 stories going on. And it's not just because of Trump. It was happening during the campaign. It was happening. Everybody feels like they got to talk about something. Everybody's digging around. Everything's horrible. I'm not saying Trump's not terrible, the worst thing, but he fills the role of the liberal monster like 100%.
Oh, yeah.
In a way, he exists as an answer to liberals' fears and liberals' complaints about conservatives. I mean, everything that they hate, he represents. It's almost like they called him up, like they said Trump 3 times in a mirror. I don't know where I'm going with this. He just seems like he's racist. What do liberals hate or say they hate and don't recognize in their own lives? Racism.
Yeah, yeah.
Sexism.
Yeah.
You can go down the list. Everything. Anti-immigrant, anti-Muslim, anti-women, anti-gay, anti-equal rights, too pro-church, everything that liberals hate. And he's an asshole.
Like a church thing, when he's talking about church and he knows it's making them mad, they're looking at him knowing that he don't know the first thing about church.
But they like him because he makes them mad. They
Yep.
like him because he makes liberals so mad.
Yeah.
And liberals hate him because he makes liberals so mad.
Why? He winds me up. I ain't liberal, but I'm an old man who screams at the TV.
Does he even exist? Is he real? Did we just conjure him up from our hatred for each other? A golem? Too Jewish. He'd never do that.
No.
He's rich. A rich asshole unsophisticated after Obama, who they all loved Obama because he was eloquent. He gave speeches.
Yep.
He spoke. Is that racist? Probably what I just said was racist. But they always talked about how he was thoughtful. And, you know, when there was giving a speech, Obama, which Trump can't do that.
No.
And then there
no.
was giving an interview, Obama, which was like, for 7 minutes.
Yep. Yep.
Trump doesn't do that. He just blathers on.
Yep.
He's the opposite of Obama in so many ways.
Every way. Crazy.
If you were creating someone for liberals to hate, you couldn't do better than Donald Trump. And when people say, I can't even believe this is real, it's because it's like he was made to order to piss liberals off.
Yeah.
I have a point. I'm not going anywhere with this.
I will say right now, I wish I could enjoy that. I like seeing liberals wound up, not burning stuff, but at least knowing they're squirming. I don't like to see protests. Want people to stay home, don't rock the roads or anything. But I can't even enjoy how mad the liberals are because he's genuinely crazy. I want to. I'm a Republican. I deserve some of this, but I don't get that because I got to worry about going to war with China.
Like they've gone too far.
Just push it over the edge for me, and I guess I'm old. I guess I'm old news, but so be it.
Last night, as we are wrapping up now.
Yeah, it's time I gotta get back to work. Yeah.
I was looking at the damn Facebook, and I was looking at all my Facebook feed. It's pretty much sex workers, drug dealers, and the profiles high school kids use to post Bible quotes to fool their parents so they don't snoop on their Snapchats. But there's some liberals on there, and there's some conservatives, and I was seeing all the liberal news, all the Trump-hating news that we had pretty much just talked about on our Trump-hating podcast. And then I kept seeing the conservative people saying, like, well, Trump left the White House and snuck off without telling media, and where he went will blow your mind. It said the same thing, like 2 or 3 different conservative sites. Like, well, what the fuck is this? That's a good headline, because if there's anybody conservatives hate more than liberals, it's the media.
Absolutely, yeah. Now, see, I don't like taking the media side, but half of them just throwing their hands up going, what the hell? See it in the damn faces.
So I clicked on the thing, and it was about how Trump had gone, a soldier killed overseas.
That's part of the president's job. They should always go do that. Every one of them. It shouldn't be used politically or whatever. I think that's something required of, if you're president, you need to go to some of those or as many as you can. Yeah.
So I was feeling, I'll admit, I started feeling kind of stupid. I was like, well, here's Trump. This guy got killed overseas defending our freedom, and Trump's going to see his body make it back home here to the States. And I'll admit, I didn't even know somebody got killed. I didn't know that Trump went to see the body, help the body, be nice. Him and Ivanka walking, people proud in those comment threads. That's my president, they said.
Yeah. President should do that. Absolutely, yeah.
I was like, well, you know what? Maybe I'm the asshole. And I might be. But then today, you start finding more out about what was going on over there in Yemen. So according to some people, he's a great president who's taking charge and is not cowering to the Islamic enemy and is taking the fight to them. Obama didn't do jack shit.
Yeah.
And yes, there's going to be a loss of life, but he honored it with his presence and his not wife, but his daughter. She lives in New York.
Yeah, his wife lives up there.
That's a little weird.
Yeah, well, good for her.
I don't blame her. I do not blame her.
Yeah, ain't her fault. Yeah.
So, but then you read more, and then the liberals are saying, most places are reporting that they really fucked this up.
Watch your mouth.
And
They
this is
did,
like
but that ain't how you
Yemen Ghazi, I think I've read a couple times. Like, if Hillary had done this, I mean, those are the parts, I guess. Is any of this even real? If Hillary was president, they'd be screaming and pounding on tables. They'd be demanding investigation.
They see they would have started an impeachment by now, probably, if they had as many as they do in both. Here she goes again. Doing what, killing people over there. Yeah, bad, killing our servicemen.
I mean, really, it seems like they just don't know what they're doing. That pretty much seems to line up here. They're saying Obama started planning it, but I'm not 100% sure. Sean Spicer saying a really successful military operation. It seems like they kind of just charged in. Trump was at dinner. I think he didn't go down to the Situation Room. I don't know. Are you supposed to be in the Situation Room all the time? I don't mean the Wolf Blitzer TV show.
Hey, kill Osama bin Laden, that's where you go. You go in there for that.
And listen, I'm tiptoeing around this, eggshelling it. I'm like, well, I don't know, because like a soldier's dead and there's war stuff. But like he's fucked up everything else.
Why this just goes along with that theory. That shit just falls right into place there.
I think I may be being too respectful.
Well, he didn't go to any of this. Did they say, and I don't know. They said, some people said Obama had set it up, but he still had to give the order or whatever it is.
According to sources.
Yeah.
It does seem like people are saying, they fucked this up. We fucked this up. Like leaks are coming out.
Watch your mouth, but yeah.
So I don't know. Last night I was like, well, I guess I'm just a part of the problem. And President Trump loves our military, and damn it, I should salute every time he waddles onto the screen. And now I feel like an asshole for falling for it.
He messed that up, yeah. He messed that up big time, yeah. If all this come out, supposedly it's people in the military liking this. So if you really don't want to have a military against you, that's not. Even though he did that 3 or 4 times, I think when he was running for president, I believe, and people didn't seem to mind. But I don't know why you're in office if you want to just stay on make them mad.
Look, I ain't Mr. History Channel, but I would say historically, if you start to isolate yourself with only a handful of advisors and you piss off the military, that is a recipe for somebody clunking you in the back of the head with a gun and moving your shit out while you're unconscious.
I'm scared to see
best case scenario.
Yeah, best case scenario. All that stuff. I don't want to see. Just want him to quit.
Well, folks, that was our first week of daily podcast. I don't know. There's a lot of gloom in this room. I don't think we're going to be doing daily podcasts for a while. But yeah, like Jackie says, during the impeachment,
had a damn wake of it.
Or when war starts, or during the impeachment, we'll try to come back down here. I don't have anything hopeful to leave you with. I don't know. There seems to be a pretty bad political divide on Facebook, at least. That seems insurmountable right now.
I guess we should have said this at the beginning of it, but if you're a Trump supporter, you might want to skip this one. But we said it at the end, so I guess we said it too late.
It's too bad. Well,
too late. Well,
I mean, I really think if you're a Trump supporter, you're probably going to want to skip most of them.
Sure, yeah, well, that's true. Yeah, probably.
Or maybe we should be look, I guess if you're a Trump supporter, your Facebook feed is all about how great your president is because he went to welcome the soldier that he probably did not get killed.
Right.
And if you're a liberal, it's all about 100 stories. One of them is the Yemen thing about how Trump is fucking everything up.
All right, watch your mouth on it.
I feel like, Jackie, we should be like, it's good to get on here and vent about Trump. But is there anything we can do to bring people together? And by that, I mean bring people who like Trump over to our side of hating Trump?
I don't know what you can do. I done give up on that a long time ago, but I'd like everybody,
we need them to help us get rid of him.
Absolutely. Of course we do. I hadn't seen, I figured, he's just going to do something himself. He'll take care of that. But then he just keeps doing awful stuff, and it don't seem like everybody got an excuse for him every damn time.
It's been 2 weeks.
In 2 damn weeks.
Oh, I should have got high before I did this one.
What?
Folks, no, there's got to be something that we can leave you on some sort of high note, some sort of optimistic, face front true believer.
What is it?
A whistling song in your heart. What's your favorite whistling song?
My favorite whistling song?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Andy Griffith Show, yeah. That's the
yeah.
one. That's the one I know the most, and I like, I guess. There may be other ones I ain't thinking of. Didn't that Toots, the cartoon, sing whistles?
What cartoon?
Cartoon sings, you give a whistle, and the cartoon sings. I don't know which one, but he sings too. He don't just whistle. That's another reason I think Andy Griffith one of the best, because it's all the way through.
Yeah, nobody gets in there and starts singing.
No, that's all just puckering up through the whole thing.
Was that I think that was the original name of the show.
What?
Puckering up.
Why would it?
I don't know.
No.
Do I look like a 60s TV executive? A little.
That's when it had good TV shows on. They did at least that.
We should have a whistling theme song.
What? Not with you whistling, evidently. No.
No?
No. Let's see if I can. I ain't whistled in a long time. They used to whistle. You used to do the whistle. You put your 2 fingers in your mouth and do real loud. And I can't do it no more. I know it's a noise, but it was useful to something. But I can't do that no more. My beard got too long. My lips got too old or something. But I can't do it like I used to. My fingers too got arthritis. But I may be able to. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. I can't get that one.
Now that's a good podcast.
Russia, 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 Russia.